despite the fact that it's fundamentally a headwind, has stepped up to north of 60 kilometers an hour. It's all getting busy. So we go on board with Johan Jacobs giving us this wonderful bird's eye, well, it's a peloton view of what's going on, the chaos and the confusion and the excitement. Groupama FDJ rider giving us those great images. The Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe squad trying to stay out of trouble on the left-hand side of the road at the moment. And everyone is just trying to take a chance to move up past one rider, past two riders, and a few riders past you. It all can change in a heartbeat, in an instant. And at the moment, it's all looking cool, calm and collected at the front of the peloton for the Ineos Grenadiers squad. They're handily positioned on the right-hand side. They've got their entire group into position just yet. Other teams trying to assemble more riders close to the front. They fan wide, and it's the Lidl-Trek squad of Jonathan Milan that decide to back the Ineos train on the right-hand side of the road, left-hand side of your picture.
Yeah, he's got Dan Hula in front of him and Consoni. They're happy with that. It's small. There's three of them. They can move around. They can adapt very, very quickly. Not like you've got, you know, more riders and, you know, you're waiting for one rider to come through. We see the Decathlon team trying to kind of muster themselves. They're quite happy to allow Ineos sit behind them and use them. I think that tactic is probably going to help them instead of getting everybody up, because it's always very difficult. I know Ineos Grenadiers on the left-hand side have done it, but I can just remind everybody that we get into the last 3 kilometres, that's a sprint zone. So any crashes, anything happen, punctures, anything like that, everybody will be given the same time. But there will be time of taking on the line. There will be gaps in this peloton, so it's very important for the GC riders to stay near the front as well.
So the Decathlon UAE Tour as a CMA CGM squad, as they're newly monikered, assemble on the front. Nice show of strength for them, protecting the interests of their overall contender Felix Gal. Cees Bol as well is in the pocket for them, and they're using Pollefleet, who might have been a sprint option, on the front at the moment. So he's investing, and it's got to be all up for Cees Bol today. Felix Gal will try and stay in position. 3K to go, and approaching that 3 kilometer mark, which will be a source of great relief to a lot of the GC contenders. They've made it to this point, and they'll get the time of this group should there be any significant mishap from now. But everyone wants to maintain a position and make sure they're not on the wrong end of any split that happens in that peloton, and a split is certainly very, very possible inside that final kilometre.
Yeah, Decathlon on the left-hand side with 4 riders there. I have to say that Ineos Grenadiers have done a tremendous job there. They have got Sam Welsford, they have done it in numbers. As I said in my commentary, very difficult to do. Jonathan Milan has found himself on the left-hand side. His teammates are now on the right-hand side. But in a sprint like this, you're hoping that you'll meet at some point together. There's no way that Jonathan Milan can go over to the right-hand side. And, you know, that's what he has to trust his teammates to be able to do. But they're deciding now to trust Ineos Grenadiers, and Jonathan Milan now is in the wheel of Consoni and Dan Hula at the front, so they're just about to try and hit the front now.
Makuda's on the front as well in the centre of your picture for the Tudor Pro Cycling. He's got 2 of his black-clad teammates just behind. Is it Foytavoda that's trying to put himself into prime position just behind? They'll also want to protect Michael Storr, their GC man. Hard on the left-hand side of your picture, the Decathlon squad have Cees Bol nicely, handily in the pocket. He's got 2 in front and nicely positioned Robbie Hayes to lead out for him. But will they be still in command? And that's what they're racing for this week. That red jersey will be on the shoulders of the rider who wins this stage today, as NSN make their first appearance on the front. Ethan Vernon on some good form and going for glory today. Will be a finely judged effort. Stage winning Tour Down Under for the British rider. Can he repeat here on stage 1 of UAE Tour? As we head towards the turn that will take them under the kite, we'll ramp around and make our way towards the imposing structure that is Liwa Palace, looming in the distance, looming large, and taking them, well, they'll see the finish line pretty much from here, and everyone will be tempted to invest, but we've still got almost 1.5 kilometres to go.
Yeah, now it's NSN at the front. You know, they are doing a terrific job. It's still 3 riders on the right-hand side for Ineos Grenadiers, a third of them being Sam Welsford to Milan.
Oh, crash, riders down. We see them picking their way through through it. Any significant riders in there? Dreisner's was one that we spotted, but well, we'll change and focus our attention now on those that are battling for stage honours as they look left and right to see who's available from the team. And the Ineos Grenadiers still have Welsford in prime position.
I think Milan's down. He's in the centre of the picture.
Milan, stage favourite, and Jonathan Milan on the ground. The Lidl-Trek rider's not going to repeat last year's success. Huge frustration for Jonathan Milan. We hope he's going to be able to get back up, but he's not going to be able to take the win today. So certainly it's all open, and a lot of riders will believe at this point. As still the Ineos Grenadiers, and still, what, 800 metres to go. Make that 700. They have command. They've got two riders. Welsford must be chomping at the bit and waiting for his moment to pounce.
Yeah, he is sitting third wheel there. He has to be very, very patient. You can see that, you know, Red Bull moving up here. They've got, you know, they're trying to look after the likes of Evenepoel. He's just on the right-hand side, moving up now with Alpecin Premier Tech. But this is a long, long sprint.
It's a long, long way to go from here as Matteo Milan also trying to get involved for the Groupama FDJ United. So one Milan for another potentially. They're all trying to make their way onto the tail of the Groupama FDJ riders, working their way to the finish line from here. And could this be a sensational win? Huen's it is for the Groupama FDJ squad. Huen's has a little bit of an advantage, but they're coming to pounce. The late show, Isaac Del Toro. Del Toro gets the front, and Isaac Del Toro, a sprint victory from a non-sprinter in prospect here, and they're floundering in his wake. He's got bike lengths of an advantage, but will he be able to command all the way to the line from here? They're frantically trying to get on terms. Inside 100 to go, and he might just have gone a little bit early, just as Pogacar did 12 months ago. And will he be able to hang on and pounce and hold off Cees Bol on the run to the line? He throws it at the line. It's Isaac Del Toro that gets the victory. Cees Bol, I believe, second across the line for the Decathlon squad. But what about that? It's the UAE squad that take the glory on stage one. And, well, celebrations all round. And, well, Tiberi and among those that come up to congratulate him, but it's the Mexican champion, Isaac Del Toro, that takes the victory on day one and is into the red jersey early.
You can see I mentioned it, that was Ben Tullett at the front there, and he just goes like a rocket, left a lot of riders in his wake. And there was a reaction, of course, from Van Wilder here. Van Wilder thinking, well, he can try and kind of hang on here. Cees Bol, you have to say, the left-hand side there for Decathlon, Malicelli as well, just behind them, but there was nobody catching. And in fact, Cees Bol, this is one of the best sprints he's done in a while.
He became a lead-out man, didn't he?
In the Tour of Turkey one year, and slightly uphill, and it was a strong sprint. He came close, but there was just too much. Del Toro had gone. He won by just less than a bike length, and that was mightily impressive from Cees Bol, but
not a bad season debut for Isaac Del Toro either. Becomes the first Mexican winner of a stage of the UAE Tour, representing for the local team as well. And as you say, 12 months ago, it was a similar long-range reach-out from Tadej Pogacar, but this time Isaac Del Toro had what it took to hang on. It's Isaac Del Toro that gets the victory by a bike throw ahead of Cees Bol. Antonio Tiberi, Matteo Malicelli, who said it's not a stage for him, but got up for fourth. Alessandro Romelli, that's a huge surprise, but a wonderful performance. Several Italians, 4 Italians in the top 5.